Are you happy? Are you satisfied with your life? Are you looking for more than you think you have and need? What is it that you're looking for right now? Are you looking for fulfillment in all the wrong places? Maybe that's why you're not happy. And the majority of people today aren't happy because they're searching in the wrong places. They're looking for the wrong fulfillments. And if we are to be truly happy, we have to look in the right place. And the question is, where is that right place? Well, if we want to be truly happy, we have to learn to get out of ourselves. We're so full of selfishness and self-concern and egotism and hedonism and everything else. We don't have time to get out of ourselves to find happiness. Happiness is a gift. Happiness is a virtue. Happiness is something we all need to live a healthy life. And part of the reason why so many of us are sick today, because we have all of our priorities in the wrong place. And we feed our happiness by overeating or all kinds of amusement to drown our sorrows. And therefore, we need to find the key that's going to unlock our happiness. And happiness doesn't come from selfishness. Happiness comes when you're free. And you can only be free when you surrender. And what do you surrender to or for? Well, if we're to be truly happy, we have to open up our soul to the God who loves us, to the God who created us, to the God who gave us everything that we have and are. And if we're not willing to do that, we will never be happiness. Jesus came to give us the keys to the kingdom that's yours and mine, because God wants that for you to be in. But we have to make our spiritual lives a priority. Number one, we don't give into it because we can't see it. And because it's not material, we don't think much about it. But if we don't start thinking about it, our class in life is getting less and less every day. And we're getting closer and closer to that moment when we have to say, it's time to leave. But if you're going to leave, what are you going to leave with? Are you going to leave with a lifetime full of goodness and truth and beauty and all kinds of things that you've done for others? Or are you going to live a life that's going to leave you back with memories of self-satisfaction and egotism and feeling good about what you could do to fulfill your needs at that moment? No, life is a matter of surrender, and so is happiness. Because until we surrender, we can never be empty to open ourselves up to the gifts that God has to give to us. And those gifts are beyond our imagination. And we don't receive them because we sometimes don't even know they're there, because we're not listening. And because we're not listening to what God is saying to us, we will never, ever receive them. So if you are to be a very happy person, a person who is going to be self-fulfilled, then you have to empty yourself. Empty yourself and turn yourselves around to the gift of surrender. Surrender what God wants you to be and who He wants you to be for Him. It takes a lot of courage to surrender, because none of us want to give up. None of us want to give up what we think is right for us. But God asks us to surrender, because that's the only way we're going to have true happiness. Enter into the gift of happiness. Give yourself to God. Open your soul. Surrender to Him, and you will have happiness that you can't even begin to imagine.